back to my channel. I'm Liam. This is being recorded a little bit later. A few circumstances. I wasn't going to actually do a review this week. I was on holiday for a week up in the Flinders in South Australia. Unfortunately, bad news getting locked down from 6 p.m. I'm recording this literally as lockdown is occurring, but it gives me a chance to review my team from last week. A pretty solid week for me. 2227, round rank of 3,800, and dropped a 1,000 spots this week. I'm pretty pleased. A few lucky performances by especially a rookie. Captain choices weren't the best this week, but you can't complain when you're getting 123 and a 74 from a rookie. So starting in the back line, Rory Laird was very nice, 122. He's just everywhere. Finally back in my defence, and where he belongs at D1. Stewart, 81. Yeah, if you continue to score that 95 to 100, he's a solid D6 option. 81 is not the best to look at, but if he goes 80, 100, 80, 100, it's not the worst sight. Short, a solid 97. Especially with now Hurley out, he looks a pretty nice option at 690. Ridley, I can't get rid of him, but 76 he'll have to do. Certainly playing a much better role than during the middle of the year, taking a little bit more kickouts. The ball just wasn't down there that much in the North game, with Essendon dominating most of that game. North actually doing all right, having a high percentage of scoring when they went forward. So not much chance for Ridley to score. Haynes, as I said, with his new role with Buckley out, playing more of a key defender, he's not going to score. He's lining up to be traded this week if I don't get any more injuries. And the games actually do go ahead. But yeah, he has to go. It's ASAP. Bianco, very solid 74. So I'd performed a triple loop with Harms and Newcomb as my DNPs, with Connolly, Sharp and Bianco. Sharp, incredibly, 123. That was just incredible to see. Early on, he just racked it up and it just continued throughout the game. And a rookie scoring 123, nice cash generation. And he'll probably stay at my M8 because he's not worth upgrading yet. Conley, 46, probably wasn't. I risked Bianco and made 28 off that. So that was a decent move. Depending on how Harms is next week, Bianco probably goes to the bench, and Bianco probably go to the bench along with Connolly. I'll see how it all works out. I haven't done much. I've pretty much just got back home. Merritt, 104. Can't complain about 100. Mitchell on fire, 144. Absolutely picked it up. Ever since the bye, he's been one of my best pickups. I picked him up for about 750. Now 880. Yes. Now the annoying thing, should have captained him in the last few weeks, but oh well. Taranto, 108, very solid. Seemed to score when Sydney had more of the ball, which is surprising, but he's been pretty consistent. Good starting pick. McRae, a bit disappointing with a 90, especially against Gold Coast, and especially as a captain. Bulldogs just couldn't score on with Bontempelli top scoring with 105. Very surprising. Wouldn't have predicted that. He's been a bit disappointing in the last few weeks. Probably puts a little bit him off as a VC and captain options in the next few weeks. But most people do have him, so it's a lose-win situation. Brad Crouch finally put the game together, 126, what I actually paid for him to do. and a fairly unique option as well. So that boosted my rank a little bit. Lockie Neal, pretty bad trading. 86. It got lucky to get to 86. He was very slow. Couldn't get near the ball. Yeah, I thought he would do much better against the Richmond side, but they got rolled. McCluggage, 107. He was solid. I have to probably hold him for the rest of the year, even though his scoring's been a little bit down as of late. Playing more of a wing role since Neil's back. But you take 107 where you can and run. The rucks, pretty solid. Gorn 95, O'Brien 88. No rucks really performed out of the blue this week, so pretty solid options. Riley O'Brien matched Grundy, which is all I need. And disappointing that he couldn't get to 100 in the end after a pretty strong start, but you take it. Kelly, unfortunately, another injury. I haven't actually fully looked at the news of what he did. I just saw a red cross next to his name when I was looking at the scores. Hopefully, it's not too bad. If it's more than 2 weeks, he's probably a must trade. He was just everywhere. Only scored 10 in the last quarter and scored 136. Those second and third quarters, he racked up so many +6s. It wasn't funny. The ball was just in his hands. Every time you were watching the game, the ball was in his hands. Incredible. Zeeble, a bit disappointing, 76. As I paid a little bit more for him, you want him to be averaging the 100 mark, but forwards are struggling to hit the heights of previous years, so 76 isn't overly bad. Jordan Agoe, on the other hand, very impressive trade-in. Got 1 out of 2 trades right this week. Finally brought him in after a long struggle, but he's got a brilliant role in that midfield. And I see him going about that 105, 110 for the rest of the year. Probably will clip Zeeble from F3 in my team. Stringer got to 84 in the end, needed 4 goals, but he just couldn't find it early on. North midfield tends to be a little bit difficult to score against, so wasn't overly surprised he wasn't going to go 100, but did well to kick 4 goals with 3 in the last to get to 84. Heaney, another extremely slow start. It was 12 pretty much nearly at half time, and got to 71 in the end as Sydney hit their straps in the final 2 quarters. Again, I probably want to trade him as soon as possible, but probably Haynes is a bigger worry, and Kelly, if he's out for a little bit longer. And the more of the worries with the forwards, not, as I said with Zeeble, not hitting the heights of previous seasons. No cover, which was lucky. Lucky I didn't have a Callum Mills or a Toby Green. But it's a bit scary these days with all the things possibly happening. We might not even get games this week. So cover would be very handy to have. But hopefully we can get through the next few weeks. Might do a trade talk. I can't do anything, so probably on Wednesday, but we'll see what's happening with games and game scheduling. If it's not going to go ahead, there's probably no need for me to do one urgently, but I'll see what happens. So till then, stay safe, everybody.